used my treatment time for part of my self-care. So for me, it was things that would relax me. I like to read, so I read a lot of books. Sometimes I'd knit, and that just gave me a chunk of time that was basically to myself.
I have a pretty unique perspective because I've seen both sides. When a patient comes in for their treatment, we get them comfortable. Sometimes the patients will come in for treatments and they just want to, be by themselves with their headphones on. And some patients will, watch TV. I try to make it fun, stress-free. If it's the only place they go every day, that they're appreciated, that they're, that they're actually a person and not just coming in, having a medical procedure and going.
For people who are considering NeuroStar as a treatment option, I would definitely want to tell them to stay patient. In my case, it didn't work right away, so I had to keep plugging forward and keep going to treatments, and it eventually worked for me.
The way my psychiatrist told me to expect it when it started to happen is he's like, after a couple weeks, it's just gonna come on like sort of gentle waves. Things are just gonna be different, and you do, it's like that.
I felt that having a consistent appointment time was incredibly important to the success of my treatment. It allowed me to work with my employer to leave work at a certain time, and it set a pattern.
Reach for the doctor if you need them. They're there for you. The treatment time is yours.
You want to be truthful with the treaters and your doctor for yourself and them so they know any kind of setback or increase in great feeling that you have.
My doctor and technician absolutely kept me going and kept encouraging me and reminding me of all of the success stories that had come before me, and that's absolutely what kept my faith in the treatment and that I was going to get better.
Trust your doctor, trust your treater. It's huge to find someone you click with, that you have a connection. And to this day, I still have contact, and I always check in with them.
Being a support system for my husband was just a natural thing for me because I love and care for him so much, and I only wanted him to feel better so we can enjoy the life we had. What worked for me was I started a journal, and it just helped me to get through the process.
To have a support person with you is really important. A close relative that you can entrust yourself with, or your spouse. My case, it was my wife. Oh man, I couldn't have done it without her.
Having the support of my doctor and the treaters were incredibly important because I don't have any close family. It allowed us to notice when I started to have results.
You need to have a commitment to the process.
Every morning we would get in the car. We would usually have our treatments about the same time, which I felt like it was very important to keep the same time and the same schedule day after day. Either we'd go out to breakfast before he would have the treatment, or we would go do something afterwards. It would always be just a little treat, or depending on the weather, we'd just go out and have fun and relax. So it really made it a joyful event.
I felt it was incredibly important to have ongoing conversations both with my treaters and with my doctor about my progress. That way we were able to make any adjustments if that was needed in treatment, and for the treatment to be ultimately as successful as it was.
There was absolutely one day that I woke up and I walked outside and it was as if the sky was bluer. And all of a sudden everything was so clear, and there was this clarity that I'd never had before, and I felt everything. My family and friends say that they noticed a complete 180 as far as my mood, my energy. They say that I'm a completely different, more vibrant version of myself. I'm just excited for all of the potential possibilities and doors that I haven't opened yet. How do you go from being someone who is completely numb and empty of life to someone who looks forward to every day? There's really no way to describe that.